Peace. How's everybody doing out there? Yeah, I know it's been a while since I dropped something, but life been life, you know what I mean? But this one here, I felt like I had to get out now, uh, and it initializes on asking you a question. Why you think they bringing out the Tupac thing now? You know what I'm saying? Like I know he comes up when a case comes up every couple of years or whatever, but according to my math, I think he died in 95, 96, right? So it's been roughly him and Biggie. This includes Biggie also. So it's been about close to 30 years, right? So prior to that, uh, 95, 96, you're talking about 1965, 64, 65. And again, there was Malcolm and Martin, you know what I'm saying? Two of them, two call them freedom fighters, truth seekers. Um, and we're looking at this from an energy perspective, okay? Energy, spirituality, all right? So I'm going to assume, I mean, I could have did the research before I did the video, but it's kind of late. I want to get this out. But I assume like 20 or 30 years before um, Malcolm and Martin, Marcus Garvey and Prophet Noble Drew Ali, right? So what am I saying? That every 20 or 30 years, there's like a cycle where a certain energy comes and it's this explosion or a manifestation of a yin and yang energy, right? And it's not one's good or one's evil. It's just like, Stan Lee, who said that he based the Magneto and Professor X based on Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? It's like summer and winter. Like each one carries the seed to the other one. So they're two examples of the same substance. And it's about alchemy, it's about change. So I'm saying that to say that we're according to that cycle, there should be another explosion happening fairly soon, judging by that cycle. Now, back in the day, it was rallies and people standing on the podiums and things like that. But the game changed, and music was the platform, and that's where you get Tupac and Big, right? But now they kind of like destroyed the music game, and social media has become like the main platform that the general public is paying, paying attention to. You know what I mean? So these person or people are probably already out here and have a pretty big following, and they're trying to eliminate or suppress anybody who has those big numbers. Now, stick with me. So think back to uh, anyone stories that you've heard in the Bible, Quran, um, all the way up until now. All right, it's really about they're scared of the influence. It's the message also, but a lot of people can spit the message, but everybody doesn't have the gift that makes people flock to them, that has that charisma or that energy that attracts people. Like, understand when Tupac and Biggie got shot, because I was in my early 20s when this happened. These two people were able to control, like Biggie could control like the whole East Coast, and Pac could control the whole West Coast. One person, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that's a lot of power. That's a lot of power to have. That they could just get up there and say, "Go do this, go do that," and people would do it. And they're when I say they, you know who I'm talking about. They have to be terrified of that kind of power. You know what I'm saying? So they have to suppress it. So now, with the music game being pretty much destroyed, and the music having no substance really, I'm talking about rap music, then there is no, because rap music is the rebel music. That's the where you get the blues, where people was talking about where they was from, how yeah, it's just as fucked up on the East Coast as it is on the West Coast, as it is down in the South, you know, and up north. So every nation or side of the country was able to chime in, like, yo, it's fucked up everywhere. It was a way to communicate, right? So you think back in the slave days, like those slave songs, it's the same thing. It was a way to communicate and deliver messages without them knowing. You know what I'm saying? So the music has always been a part of emancipation, and now that we have a name for it, uh, quantum entanglement. You know what I'm saying? So I know, like, if I didn't spit this message out right now, somebody else would have in a day or two. You know, it's because the energy's here, and it's been coming in from the sun. Storms have been trying to block it or whatever, but it's landed. You know what I'm saying? And now it's out here. So now the social media is the main platform, and they've heavily come down on suppressing what comes out when you make a video. You know, they got people curbing their speech for a couple of dollars, but the way Spirit give it to you is the way you're supposed to give it. That's what I believe anyway. So, um, damn, it seemed like there was something else I wanted to say about that, but so just pay attention. You know, there's a reason why these young influencers with big followings, excuse me, are turning up dead. You know, and them getting ready for whatever they think is coming. This 20 or 30-year cycle of yin and yang movement is aligned with something else bigger because they are afraid. I can see that myself, but they're afraid. You know what I'm saying? And oh, this is what I was gonna say. So because I was alive when the Biggie and Tupac thing happened, it was like 9/11. So there was a trauma based event that I believe they use as a marker of time. So when people talk about time travel, I'm like, yo, well, there's ways they could do it without the actual machine, like literally going back in time. But they use an event to bring your mind back to a state of trauma. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna go deeper into that in this video, but I will in one of my next few, because I didn't want to make this too long. But keep that in mind. Like, if you don't That's why, like, you can't use who killed Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. You know, that generation is gone. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. You know, you really can't do Marcus Garvey and Drew Ali. You can't talk about like that has no. It's relevant to people, but it won't have the effect that Tupac and Biggie does still to a lot of people today. You know what I'm saying? For generation, like for the millennials and for Gen Z, you know, after this time, you might not ever hear about Tupac and Biggie no more. It'll be like Drake and, you know, or not Drake, but, you know, somebody that the people kind of respond to. Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey will be a replacement for Pac, probably. He'll be the next one. I think it'll be Nipsey Hussle. He will be one that they will use as a marker of time, and that a lot of people dug and was like, "What? You know, why would somebody kill him?" You know what I mean? That just, but they do it as a marker of time. It's a traumatic event that stifles the public, and whenever the name is brought up or whatever, it can put your mind back into a state, a certain place, and they can absorb that energy. For what, we'll get into in the next part of this video. So y'all stay up, man. Love y'all, and I'll catch up with you. Peace.